Greetings. I hope you guys are good. Today I want to talk about limitations. I want to talk about where you got your limitations. Where did you get the beliefs or the ideas that says you can go this far and no further, right? This is all you can be. This is all you can become. Where did you get your definition of that? Where does it come from? The reason I'm asking that is because I didn't realize it until I started to question my core beliefs. What makes me think I can't be a millionaire? What makes me think I can't reach and impact the world? What makes me think I can't learn mathematics and be a mathematical genius? What makes me think I can't be Rihanna's boyfriend, for instance, right? Where did the limitation that I have about what I can and cannot be in life come from? And how am I allowing it to control me? I started looking at it like, look, in school, and also depending on the school that you are from, there are schools in the world that teach kids disempowering beliefs because the teachers are too lazy to teach the children, or the teachers themselves have negative beliefs that they're projecting onto the children. They'll tell children things like, but because you're from X location, X space, X family, you are never going to be successful or never be more than you are right now. Your mother was a dishwasher or a domestic servant. How dare you believe or try to think that you could be CEO? And because of that, this individual never dreams of being CEO. This person never dreams of having more than the people where he came from or she came from have ever had. So a person comes from the slums, comes from wherever, and they think my destiny is to be exactly as my forefathers were before me. Not understanding that, you know what, the location of my forefathers, the reach that, or the height that they reached in society has nothing to do with this, where I can go, how far I can reach, or what I can become. My education is my responsibility. My belief in what I can do is up to me to decide. And I should push as far as I can possibly push and be limited only by pushback by the universe or something not happening, or by me not making the effort to make it happen. A lot of us have this thing where we don't believe we can have a certain kind of car. We don't believe we can have a certain kind of house. We don't believe we can have a certain kind of partner. We don't believe that we can physically be different, transform our bodies, become a totally different person in terms of our strength, our stamina, our ability to move, our flexibility, our health. We think that things are a given, that this fence that has been created around us about what we can and cannot be by our schools, our high schools, our universities, the negativity of our parents or our family members is what defines us. It can be the negativity of our girlfriends and boyfriends. These beliefs that we have created, these limits that we have told ourselves are real, can be no more real than the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus. In other words, there are more people in jail in their own minds because of their negative and disempowering beliefs than there are people who are out there living their best lives and achieving the best with their life that they've been given as a gift. Because they tell themselves, I can't have that. So you know what happens? They never have it. They have not because they believe they cannot have it. This is like the classic tale of Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist goes up in this orphanage and asks, please sir, may I have some more? Because Oliver Twist believed that there is more to life than the orphanage. There is more to life than just being given one portion. There must be more. He believed that more can be had in life. He was breaking the rule of the environment he was in's confined definition of what you are entitled to. And here's the funny thing. The universe doesn't say you can't have $1 billion. The universe doesn't say you can't own a yacht. The universe doesn't say you can't have a Lamborghini. The universe doesn't say that you can't have an island and own it. The The universe does not say that you cannot date a Victoria's Secret model. The universe does not say that you could be the most important person of your generation. The universe has no such rule. All the rules that we are running on are rules based on our upbringing, our nurturing, somebody telling us what our definition of ourselves is. That's why I'm not a big fan when I hear people say, define people by where they're from. Oh, he's from that place. Oh, he is that. Not based on the individual's definition of themselves, but on a disempowering boxing of the person. I've seen it so many times where people want to find out, the first thing they want to do is give you titles. Oh, you are this or you are that, because they want to confine you. They want to make it easier for them to understand you. They don't want to actually use their intellect to be able to listen to you and discern what you are, who you are, and where you are going. They simply want to put a title on you and push you into that box. And if you try to break out of it, they start attacking you with accusations like, "Oh, you ain't proud about where you're from," or "You think you're better than other people." You're not supposed to be like other people. You're supposed to be like you. You're supposed to do what you were born to do on this earth. Whatever gift you're carrying, you are supposed to bring that gift out via development and share it with the world. You are not here to be like anybody else. You're not here to do what others have done before. You're here to do something different, something new, or do it better than others have done it in the past. That's what you're here for. You've got to start questioning where your beliefs came from. Anthony Robbins has this example where he talks about an elephant where when it's young, they put this peg to hold it to the ground, and the elephant tries to get out of it and tries to get out of it, but because its strength is not yet developed, it can't. So when it grows up, they do exactly the same thing. But because that elephant has learned that that is the extent of its strength, the extent of what it can do, right? It doesn't pull that peg out because it figures it won't be able to. It's been conditioned not to push the boundaries of the system. And this is the same for human beings. There are people in ghettos who don't push the boundaries of definition of themselves as human beings because, well, I'm from the ghetto, I'm never going to be nothing. Well, I've gone to jail, I'm never going to be nothing. That is not the truth. That is a limitation, a fence that they have taken on and internalized as reality. So they never push, they never reach, they never try, because they believe that if they try, they will be rejected. If they try, they will not get it. That if they try, they will not have the skills and capabilities to be able to make it happen. The reality is, a lot of our limitations are man-made rules. A lot of our limitations are pieces of our imagination. They're based on what others have told us and what we've come to believe about ourselves. My question, my challenge to myself became, what happens if I break every definition of what I'm supposed to become? Every definition of what I can become? Every definition of limitation that I learned as a child. Oh, money is hard to make. Oh, you should fit in. What if I throw that all out the window and say, you know what? I don't care what that limitation was said to be. I'm going to see what happens if I try to break it. I'm going to see how far I can go. If I push, I learn, I fail and get up. How far can I truly get in life if I simply refuse to accept limitations and say, you know what? I could have $1 billion. I could be a millionaire. I could be famous. I could marry a Victoria's Secret model. I could have a house in the Bahamas. I could write the next great novel. I could find the cure for cancer. I could make the next great movie. I could build the next best building in the city. I could be the one that invents this, that, and a third. I am the one that could make the next great song that people dance to. What happens if I let go of all that negativity and move forward with passion, positivity, and a belief that every limitation of the past is a lie? And now the rest of my life is committed to figuring out how big a lie it was by pushing that limitation and seeing what happens when I push it. What happens when I start a business? What happens when I write a book? What happens when I make the videos? What happens when I try to go for the top echelons of the world? What happens when I go for that position? What happens if I hit the gym 6 times a week? What happens if I believe far more than I've ever believed? What happens? And I think you owe yourself that as well. You owe yourself to find out. What happens if you break those limitations? What could you be enjoying in life? What could you have in life if you refuse to accept the limitations you were taught by your childhood, taught by your past mistakes? What if you refuse to believe them and say, I can, I will, I must, and I can have everything that I desire to have? Try it for yourself. See how your life changes. Until next time, guys, do more, be more, become more on your purpose.